Welcome to our panel. It is called Fighting Games. Show your moves.
You know you want that. So that's
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day. Give me mine, not some. Probably not. Anywho, the name of our panel is Fighting Games. Show your moves. Today, we're basically going to talk about a lot of the retro fighting games with our panel or content theme, and we're going to be doing some demonstrations. So that's why we wanted to keep a safe distance between the audience, because we don't want anything flying into you guys, or possibly like flying into you. So please come apart. We're going up.
To the first row.
It's very safe. Just pieces of wood.
Splash zone.
Okay, so
it's like Gallagher, but more violent.
we're going to be touching upon a lot of classic fighting games, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. We're going to be doing some weapons demos as well, as you guys can probably see. And we're going to try to make this as exciting for you guys as possible, okay?
Which means it would be 2 points.
Hopefully you can deal with my dry Asian humor. Hey, Naruto!
Do you stand up?
Ever wonder why Asian have such a squinty eye? It's because a lot always in constant danger. We look for ninja no matter where he go. Ever wonder why he's such a crappy driver? It's because we're too busy looking behind stop sign for ninja. Ever wonder why we can blink on? Survival mechanism. The Asian person behind us know. I look on left. You look on right.
He's the fun one.
And this is my co-host, Mach Stormrunner. Everyone knows me. I am Ryuutarou, or Ryuutarou.
You can just only practice dummy for
Mach School. Mach are too squishy dummy, so we call him practice mannequin. Alright, so let's get started, guys. Remember, kids, do not try this at home unless you are properly.
So can we try it here?
Can we try it at the con?
Huh?
Can we try it at the con?
What?
No, try it at home.
You can try this at home. Not at con. Not at con at home.
I'm getting mixed messages.
Okay, do not try any of these techniques on your own without proper training, okay?
I thought we were training us here.
You will anyway, but we're going to tell you not to do it. Just like Mythbusters. They know you're going to do it. Does this demonstration proper training?
She got pregnant.
This is teaching grade. We're not teaching. We're just demoing. I mean, if you have some sort of martial arts background, you can expound upon what we're, demoing, but do not try this unless you are properly trained. If you don't do these techniques right, they can hurt you. You can possibly, hurt your limbs if you don't do it properly. In the long term, it can cause certain problems with your body, or your joints, your ligaments. Just make sure that before you do these, the physics of how it works and how it's supposed to be done.
Something as simple as a reverse punch done while controlling your elbow. It's quite easy to do because you might miss it. So your teacher will tell you, hey, don't do it that way. But if you do on your own 300 times, damage is already done. You didn't know it.
So your doctors will be like, I'm making lots of money. I love Asian people.
It's not an Indian accent.
Okay, so let's start. So I'm going to start by talking about some basic techniques for fighting games. A lot of you probably played Street Fighter or recall that. You've seen a lot of the basic things. The first thing that we're going to show you is basic snap kick. Basic snap kick usually involves a quick kick that's delivered from a card's position. You usually use your foot that's in the lead. Basically, when you deliver that kick, pop, snap, your toes are pointed forward and up so that your foot doesn't break, and then you draw back. And basically, the targets of this kick, you can target the knee joint,
Knees are yummy.
groin,
Not me.
chest.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Quick succession, gonna snap it, but of course it's not done like that exactly. Snap it. Second basic technique we're gonna show. We're gonna show the side. So, Mach is going to demonstrate the basics of the shadow kick and how that translates to real life.
So the side slip kick, you're getting 3 inches. You're expecting 3 to 4 inches. Yeah, I know it's not enough for most of you, but the point is, he's a little farther away than what I would like. So what I'm going to do is just a little jump, just a little slip.
Slide into the kick. You can make contact with punches.
Okay.
As they say, 1 inch longer, 1 inch stronger.
The whole point of this kick is mainly when somebody gets out of the way just as you're doing the kick, you can just let your other leg slide just a little bit, and you're basically using your kick to push you forward, and you'll contact.
This kick is meant to fool your opponent's sense of distance so that they can't see. You know, they have this conception of how far you can kick, and if you have this little distance that you can't reach them at, then the side slip kick is meant to give you a few more inches to reach into that kick.
This is the best kick ever because your teachers, when you're watching in class, one of them will screw it up and they'll go.
Yeah, you gotta make sure that you have a good grasp of the surface beneath you, because if you don't, then your foundation foot, when you do that slide, it's not going to catch anything. You have to have a good solid foundation as well as grip on the ground.
If
you've got like sweat or liquid, you just slide and fall over and die and stuff.
You know you've done it wrong.
And stuff.
You contacted the person you meant to contact, and then you go, wait, where's my standing leg?
Ow. And the most important part of the slip kick, the Johnny Cage sunglasses.
Each, and then it goes.
Alright.
Deal with it.
So that is the side slip kick. Next technique is
Hadoken. Teach us the Hadoken.
not yet.
You got that one.
Oh, really?
Okay.
For that, come next year.
Everyone knows in Mortal Kombat one of the cheapest techniques is that sweep. How do we
Sweep,
do the
uppercut,
guys?
sweep,
What
uppercut.
button combination do you hold?
Down, down.
Back and roll kick, there we go! You get 1 chairman point, I guess, or something.
CP! You have CP!
You can spend that in your Crystarium.
Child porn!
Sorry, we played so well.
Okay, the sweep, the way that the sweep
We'll
works
have this now on
it's meant as a way to catch your opponent off guard, to get him into a position that you can work with to deliver a finishing blow. The sweep is meant to basically throw your opponent's balance off and get him on the ground. The proper technique for the sweep is that you're not using your lead foot. Most of the kicks you don't use your lead foot. But when you perform this, you do a full 60-degree sweep. And when you stop the sweep, you're back in the position you started. And when you deliver the sweep, basically it's low to the ground. Your foot is going to be slightly curved so that there's a hook for the ankle to catch the other ankle joint. And then you basically use the force of your body in turning to catch that foot and lift them up, and then basically they fall back. So instead that
I'm not going to show you this because this is the most common form of injury in tournament play. I like my ankles.
The sweep is, a lot of times in tournaments, the sweep is banned for particular reasons, but in a real life and death situation, this is going to be a good technique for you to get your attacker off guard, so that you can either run or just incapacitate.
Or laugh as their face is introduced to the concrete, highly amusing.
Everyone, say it with me, back and low kick.
Back and low kick.
Okay, come on. Let me hear you!
Back and low kick.
Ooh.
It's a sweep. Now, in Mortal Kombat, there's a common misconception. When you hold back and high kick, it's called a roundhouse. Technically, that's not a roundhouse kick. That's actually a spinning hook kick. A proper roundhouse, you don't actually spin. You
That's
cock your foot, and you deliver a kick. That's a proper roundhouse.
Ribs are a favorite of that.
Ribs are a favorite of that technique, but the actual technique that they use is a spinning hook kick.
Now, a spinning back hook kick is one of the most devastating kicks in Taekwondo. It's also one of the hardest ever to hit somebody with. But if you do, that's why it makes that crunch in Mortal Kombat. It's horrible.
Yeah, especially inside of the face.
Yeah,
the other proper use of that technique is to hook. The reason it's called a hook kick is you can hook the neck of your opponent and send them to the ground if you catch them with it. But you use your body's full momentum, you're you're going to actually use your lead foot for this. You're going to step forward and turn. Your back foot's going to come up, and you're going to use the joint between your heel and your foot to catch your opponent, basically deliver that kick.
It's a hook kick if you use the joint to catch. It can be used as a strike if you use the heel as a striking aid. So either one, whichever you're closest, which is what your preference.
So everybody say it with me. Back and high kick.
Back and high kick.
And they're not.
I'm getting better at video games. This is awesome.
I'm learning how to play Mortal Kombat.
I usually just button mash.
Everybody just button mashes.
No, he's clearly playing legit. What are you doing?
You're telling me you win at Marvel vs. Capcom button mashing.
The last of the basic techniques that we're going to demonstrate is the basic get-up. A lot of people have seen these get-ups performed. Most people don't know how they work, but I'll show you the advantages of 2 different kinds of get-ups and exactly what they do. Now, Mach here is, of course, an Aikido specialist, and all of a sudden, he throws me to the ground. Now, the first get-up I'm going to demonstrate is the basic spring kick. You see this all the time in movies. Basic spring kick, basically they magically leap up back onto their feet. But the way the physics work with this, your hands are actually used for stability, and what you do is you actually kick up and out. It's an arc kick that comes from the abdomen, and you basically throw your body back up into a standing position. So.
Press up.
Second get-up, it's a little bit more fancy, but the more practical use of this get-up is Mach throws me to the ground and okay. And as he's coming at me, he's going to try to deliver a finishing blow. This one, to show you slow motion now, it's actually a swing kick. You're swinging your feet in sort of almost a 360-degree arc. What happens is you turn yourself to the side, sweep your foot out, catch that, and then you move your feet around, and then you pull yourself back from the momentum of that. So in fast motion, so we'll do like this.
Thank you.
Push right back up. Get up. If you try to get up off the ground normally, you're gonna get up really slow. You have to like brace yourself and like lift yourself back up and like get back up on your feet. And the whole time that Mach's trying to get back up, I'm like, he's having a hard time getting back up. And as you can see, the split second that it takes you to get back up on your feet with one of those 2 techniques is going to save you that time.
One of the things you're also trying to do is while you're getting up, you're trying to make your opponent think he is still dangerous. I have to still be careful. I can't just take him out quickly.
Actually, can you do the spring kick without hands? Without hands? I've practiced it without hands. I'm successful so far, but if you want me to, I'll try it more.
You'll ruin his 100% ratio.
Without your hands, basically you're focusing on your lower body strength, so it's a little bit harder, and you don't have that stability, so you have to basically arc yourself up perfectly in order to get up, because if not, then you're going to fall over. One of your feet's going to be off balance.
It's extremely aggressive. Not bad, though.
Yeah, flexibility is going to be a little lifesaver there, because you have to kind of, your body's not straight, your body's warped. So you have to kind of like, pretend you're like on a water slide or something.